Hello and welcome to this midday market mood check on Moneycontrol. I'm Nandita, Khemka, and I have with me my colleague Yatin, Mota. And of course, we'll be talking about the market action this Friday afternoon. Not looking all that great, Yatin, given the fact that we hit a 4-month high yesterday and shut shop above that 18,250 mark decisively. But today we are witnessing some bit of weakness coming in. In fact, the Nifty is managing to maintain that 18,150 mark or thereabouts, but it's a triple digit cut coming in on the index nevertheless, and the Sensex is down above somewhere around 400 points or thereabouts. What's weighing in on the index today, of course, is the entire banking pack, given the fact that there is news flow surrounding the HDFC twins, and that has dragged the Nifty Bank index down over 1% or thereabouts. Let's talk about what is happening with HDFC twins first of all. There is some news that MSCI will not be increasing the weightage as per expectations, and that could lead to significant outflows vis-a-vis expectations of inflows. Yatin, explain the entire thing to us.
So, if you look at HDFC Bank and HDFC Limited, post the merger, the analysts did expect that given the FII headroom, the free float 4,000 crores. So it's a huge buying which was expected in HDFC twins post the merger. But MSCI, in a note to its clients, has clarified today that they would not be immediately changing the weightage or the free float factor, which means that if the free float factor stays at current 0.5, there could be an outflow of close to 150 to 200 million dollars or close to 1,500 crores. So yes, it's a big disappointment. The stock yesterday closed at record highs in the anticipation that post the merger there could be some FI buying support, but that's not really coming in immediately after the merger. MSCI might consider it later in the November review, or the review which comes later post the merger. But yes, it's a big disappointment because there were a lot of long positions in anticipation that the post the merger there could be some FI support which would come in for the stock.
Right, both HDFC Bank and HDFC down over 5%. HDFC reported a great set of numbers yesterday, because of which we saw a good up move coming in on that stock. Aside of that, when you look at the rest of the market, you have the IT and metals pack under pressure today. Auto and FMCG, that FMCG in fact was not doing all that well yesterday, but today it's managing to hold out in a weakish market. When you look at the Nifty losers, of course, we've spoken about the HDFC twins. We have Tata Steel, Hindalco and Infosys that was losing, and when you come to look at the gainers, Titan was gaining somewhere around 2.5% in day session. I think it's the post earnings impact that we are seeing on Titan. So that is something that is holding on well. Aside of that, earnings wise, Britannia is expected to hand in a good set of numbers, 30% uptick in profit expected. Paytm is another counter that is up and about ahead of its earnings. Yatin, on the broader end of the markets, any other stocks that you want to point out?
So, Manappuram is down 13% on the back of the Enforcement Directorate press release, which stated that the founders of Manappuram had illegally accepted deposits and they failed to return deposits to the depositors, and hence there could be some action coming in. People see it as a corporate governance issue. It is not related exactly to the listed company, but yes, the promoters of the listed entity. Probably sentimentally the stock is down. BHL is down 5% after a Reuters report indicated that the government might look at reducing the thermal power project dependence to generate power in the country, and that could be some negative for BHEL because it's the biggest turbine supplier and the EPC provider to the thermal power plants. So probably that news has impacted that stock. However, in the gaining side, we have Engineers India. That stock is up 7%. Yesterday, the stock was sideways, but today the stock has hit a fresh 52-week high. ITI amongst the other PSU stocks, which is up 13-14%. But yes, the PSU end of the market is looking quite strong in trade today.
Right, I also want to talk about some more earnings reactions. Ceat reported a 5-fold jump in profit, so that stock is up somewhere around 5%. TVS Motor, that stock is also up somewhere around 5% on the back of a good set of numbers, 50% jump in profit, margins at record high. In fact, mind you, it's the 6th straight quarter of plus 10% margins for TVS Motor, and brokerages are pretty upbeat, saying that the weakness in exports may have bottomed out, and that the second half of FY24 could see an improvement when it comes to exports as well. And it has also said that the fact that they have delivered on margins despite the ramp up in its EV franchises is something that is being taken as a big positive when it comes to TVS Motors. So these are some of the counters that are doing extremely well. Aside of that, insurance firms that were seeing quite a good uptick yesterday have come under pressure. New India Insurance and General Insurance, these stocks are under pressure. But aside of that, it looks like we are set to end the day on a negative note. Even though I am not sure how we are going to end weekly. Are we going to end with gains?
Almost. I think it will be almost a flat week for us.
Right. We were expecting that we will end the week on a pretty strong note, but that's not happening given the fact that so much of weakness is coming in on the markets this Friday afternoon. Well, that's about it on this midday market mood check. We've covered almost all the stocks that are making news this afternoon. But for more news and updates, stay tuned to Money Control. And of course, don't forget to tune in once again at 3:30 p.m. when we take you through the market close and some of the stocks that we are keeping on our radar for today. Well, with that, it's a thank you. It's a thank you from me and Yatin for watching, and stay tuned and watch. For all your other financial updates on Money Control.